Hi everyone, good evening. Good evening everyone. I hope that you can see me and can hear me clearly. Good evening Shivansh. Hi Rashmi. Hi Chitra. Hi Rajesh. Hi Nitin. Hi Danzing. Hi Shrishti. Hi Aditi. Hi Shivansh. Hi Anand. Hi Vartika. Hi Sai. Hi Monalisha. Hi Archit. Good evening everyone. Good evening. Hi Himani. How are you all? Hello. I hope that all of you are super fine. Yes? Awesome. Yes, I can see. Prayana. Prayana. Yes, I'm good. I'm super good. How are you all? Thank you for asking. Hi Shrishti. Hi Shashmita. Good evening everyone. I'm so happy to see you all of you here. It's our own channel 9th and 10th and welcome to today's class. Now today's session is really very interesting and super special because we will be checking our knowledge of the things that we have already studied, right? Of course. Now today is a NCERT sprint. So we will be discussing the questions which are there in our NCERT textbook as well as in the NCERT exemplar. Yes? So let's check our knowledge everyone in today's class, right? So we don't have Menti today, we have the MCQs question and apart from that, we have the subjective questions that are usually asked in the examination. So we will be focusing on them. Yes. Hi Sanjay, good evening. Hi Adhira. Hi Shiva. Hi Atsi. Bhavisha. Yes, awesome. Now that we all are on the same page, right? Good evening and welcome back to each and every student who are there with us, right? So if you are new to our class, welcome to the class. Now in today's class, we have the questions from three important topics. We have the questions from the cell membrane, cell wall and the cell nucleus, right? Those of you, it's for you if you have joined, if it's a very first class on this particular channel. So we are discussing the questions of these three topics. If you want to check the videos, definitely you can go in the description box below. There will be a link, or you can go and check on the channel itself, right? And it will be great. You will be getting all the knowledge. Awesome. Yes. Hi Samyukta. Yes. Cytoplasm is also there. Yes, we have that. No Sandeep. Snehadeep, you're right on time. Hi Anushka. Very good. Okay. Now let's start our class, right? And those of you who are new here, right? We have the homework questions. And of course, those of you who are with us from the beginning, you know that we'll be discussing the question, right? So the question is nucleus. It's a controlling unit or controlling center of the cell. We have to explain. So of course, it's a very easy question. Can you quickly write in the chat box the answer? Yes, we don't have Menti today, Archita. We will be discussing the questions. Yes. Palak, so as of now, right, the timings of the particular class, you can check on the community post on the of the 9th and 10th channel. You'll be able to get all the details. Happy birthday, Anushka. Yes, I know that you have given the answers. I can see. Hi, Ria. Yes, Prashansa, sorry. Hi, Lal. Yes. All the best. Study by myself. Very good, very good. I can see your answers, everyone. Very good. So we know that nucleus is a controlling unit of the cell because of course it controls various activities, right? It actually helps. It has a DNA which actually controls the majority of all the activities in the cell. So we call it as the center of the cell. Super amazing, everyone. And let's quickly clap for our homework rock stars, right? So Shrishti wrote the answer for this particular question. Lakshmi, Neha, Samar, then you have Yuvraj, we have Prashansa, Shivansh, Shardul, Vartika, Archit, Prem Kumar, Tanmay, Zarina, yes, Aditya, and Rashmi. Very good, everyone. Very good. Congratulations. Yes. You haven't missed anything, Pranav. So, if you're new to our class, welcome to the class. I'm your teacher, Ankita. And we have just started our session. To today's session, we'll be discussing about the questions of the NCERT textbook and the NCERT exemplar, right? So we'll be doing that together. Awesome. No issues if you forgot the question. It's perfectly fine. You can go back and can write the answer for that for sure. Awesome. Great, everyone. So that's the question. Can we start? Can we start with the very first question? Quickly, everyone. We're starting our session. The session duration, hopefully, if you, if we all cooperate, we will be able to finish the session in 35 minutes, right? I'll not be keeping you in the class for a long time. It's a very easy session, and I'm sure that you all will be answering really very quickly. Yes, I can see a lot of smileys over there. You can make more smileys and can show that we are good to go. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Thank you so much for asking, everyone. Yes, good evening, Lakshmi. Good evening, Putishir. Yes. Yes, awesome. I can see a lot of, smiley faces, thumbs up. So let's start. Okay. So the first question that we have today is really very easy. And of course, it's about the very, very first question when we talk about the cell, right? Living cell were discovered by. It's a very easy question. Quickly, everyone, you can tell me the answers. Yes, you can tell me the answers. Living cell was first discovered by which scientist? Robert Hooke, Purkinje, right? We have Leeuwenhoek or Robert Brown. I can see the answers. I can see the answers, which are C. And the correct answer is definitely the Anton von Leeuwenhoek, right? We know that he was the first one to observe the living cell. Robert Hooke was the first scientist to actually observe the dead cell, right? And in which year he did that? Yes, let's quickly check our, let's just check our knowledge. All of the amazing information which is stored over here. Very good. Pranaya. Yes, very good, Pranaya. In the 1665. Very good. So in 1665, Robert Hooke discovered the cell and coined the term cell, right? Awesome. And of course, when we talk about Leeuwenhoek, we call him as the father of the microbiology. So with this, our first question is done. It was a very kaju katli question, right? Super simple question. Awesome. So let's move to the next question. Everyone, I want all of you to be in full on energy. It's a very interesting session. We will be discussing, we are checking our knowledge. So we have to be really very fast. Very easy peasy question. Yes. Robert Brown Bhakti was a scientist actually. He actually discovered the nucleus. Very good. Yes, Ananya. Yes, Anya. Awesome. Cakewalk. Yes. Energize, and let's see the next question, everyone. Cell theory was given by. We don't need the options also. We know that cell theory was given by, right? Is it Skelton and Schwann, right? Rudolph, then we have Hooke and Haeckel. So over here we have the surnames of the scientists, right? Virchow, Hooke and Haeckel. I can see the answers. A, absolutely correct. So we know that the first cell theory that came, there were two scientists which were involved, right? We have the Skelton and Schwann, right? And later, of course, there was some modification, and Rudolph suggested that the cells arise from the pre-existing cells, right? And Skelton and Schwann mentioned that all living organisms are made up of cells, and cells are the structural and the fundamental unit of life. Right, everyone? So, of course, if such question comes, so look at the options, right? And then, of course, you'll be able to pick the correct one. Very good. Right? The first cell theory. Okay? When, of course, if the question is that who discovered the cell theory, it will be these two scientists. Because Rudolph actually added the point later. He was not the one who actually made it. Very good. Yes. So option number A is the correct answer. Very good. Robert Hooke. I think you're asking who is the third person. Robert Hooke. We've just discussed about it, right? Very good, everyone. Pranav, we will not have Menti today, but of course we will be having Menti in the upcoming weeks. Yes. Awesome. Very good, everyone. Yes. Yes, Ashreya, this is for 9th. So the chapter that we're discussing today is a fundamental unit of life chapter, right? We have discussed about three topics, right? And now we are discussing the NCERT question and the exemplar. Okay, everyone. Now let's move to the next question, which is the third question over here. Following are the few definitions of osmosis, right? Read them carefully and select the correct definition of it. Such an easy question, right? So, of course, we have these definitions. Now, the question is asking us to define the correct, we have to pick the correct statement which actually tells us the correct definition of osmosis. So, very good Prachi, very good Shrishti, Kavita, Riya, Pranav, very good Chitra, Rohit, Prashansa. Yes, Pranava, Pranaya, Anand, Rashmi, Rajesh. Awesome, everyone. So you all are absolutely correct. The correct definition of osmosis is that it is a type of transportation with no energy is used, right? And of course, in the osmosis, the water molecules will be moving from the higher concentration to the lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane, right? So over here we have the definition of osmosis. Note this down, this is important, right? And I'm sure already all of you are already aware about it. Yes, Monica. Yes. Very good, Archita. Shivansh, Monica, Lakshmi. Chitra, passive transport. Absolutely correct. Semi-permeable. Yes. Yes, Samriddhi. Yes, Swayam. Yes, I noted. Very good. Okay. So if we go back, option number A is the correct answer. Very good, everyone. So we are doing super amazing, right? So Sai is asking what is diffusion. So in diffusion, the molecules will move from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. But of course, we are in the definition we talk about. Over there's no requirement of the semi-permeable membrane, right? All the molecules can easily move. So this is important. Okay. And diffusion again is a passive transport. No energy is required. Awesome. Here is a demand for the next question. And over here we have the next question. The question is, plasmolysis in plant cells is defined as. Before we look for the answer for this particular question, right? Can you tell me what is plasmolysis? You remember? In our session, we had a great discussion about plasmolysis. Yes? What is plasmolysis in plant cell is defined as? Breakdown of the plasma membrane in the hypertonic solution or shrinkage of the cytoplasm in the hypertonic medium, shrinkage of nucleoplasm, or none of them. Very good everyone. I can see the answers. Yes, Prachi. Yes, Swayam. Yes, Lakshmi. Kamrina. I think, wait. Karimar. I think that's your name. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced it. Vedant. Yes, Vedant. Very good. I can see there are a lot of B's over here. And the correct answer is that. But we know that in plasmolysis, what will happen? We know that in plant cells, we have a cell wall, right? And very close to the cell wall, we have the plasma membrane. As the water moves out of the cell, what will happen? The plasma membrane will say, okay, bye cell wall, I'm moving inside. We don't have water. So it will shrink along with the other content that are there, right? And as the shrinkage will occur, you will be able to see this gap, right? And of course, that will be happening in the hypertonic solution, where the water will move out and the cell will shrink, right? Yes. So that is nothing but the definition of plasmolysis, that the shrinkage of the cytoplasm in the hypertonic solution. Everyone, are we clear with this? Yes. Are we clear what is plasmolysis is? Yes, it's a super interesting concept, remember? Very good, very good. Awesome. So remember, when we talk about plasmolysis, plasma will say bye-bye to cell wall. And it will just go sit inside. Very good. Now on to our next question, everyone. I want to see the energy. Yes, in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Cell wall of which one of these is not made up of cellulose? Interesting question, right? Yes, very interesting question, right? So among these bacteria, hydrilla, mango tree and cactus, which of these cell wall is not made up of cellulose? What do you think about it, everyone? The answer in the chat box. Okay, I can see a lot of confusion. If you look at these options, right, 3 of them are plant. I hope I'm not giving you too much of hint. Yes? Oh, that was the biggest hint. And of course, now we can pick the correct answer. Lakshmi, if you're just confused, just look at the options. Yes? Right? It's very easy question. We're specifically talking about the cellulose. Very good. I can see the correct answers. So when we talk about the cell wall, right? The cell wall of the plant cells is made up of the, of course, cellulose, right? Over here we have this. So the correct answer will be our option A, bacteria. The cell wall of the bacteria is not made up of the cellulose, whereas of course hydrilla, mango tree and cactus are the plants, right? Very good. Yes, very good, Prachi. Thank you for sharing that information. Yes, Anant Krishna. I'm sorry I'll not be able to speak and teach much in the Hindi. Majority of us over here are comfortable in English. Yes, and of course we usually write our examination in English only now. That's why. That's the reason. Yes. If you have a major issue, I'll just explain it in a very one short line. The question is asking us कि इनमें से किस organism की जो cell wall होती है that is not made up of the cellulose. Awesome. Very good, everyone. So we have the answer, that is option number A. Very good, everyone. Now let's move to the next question over here, which is of course an MCQ that is talking about the chromosome. You remember about the chromosome? We had such an amazing session, right? We saw how these amazing structures are. We discussed about the genes and the DNA. Yes? So the question is, chromosomes are made up of what? DNA, proteins, DNA and proteins, or RNA? Very good, very good, very good. Awesome. I can see a lot of your answers over here. Amazing, everyone. So the correct answer, if you talk about, but we'll be coming over there in just a bit. We know that chromosomes are the thread-like structures, right? And they're a coiled structure like this. And of course, we can see them during the cell division. Yes? If we uncoil the chromosomes, we'll be able to see that there are proteins, right? Onto proteins, DNA is wrapped. So, we can say that chromosomes are made up of DNA plus proteins. Very good, Anushka. Those proteins are called as histones. Extra information. Right? Those proteins are called as histones. Yes. And if you uncoil them further, of course, we'll be able to see the DNA. So if we go back, we know that option number C is the correct answer. Very good, everyone. I hope you had a lot of fun in the MCQs question, and I hope that all of these questions actually helped us in brushing up our knowledge. Yes. A quick thumbs up, everyone. A very quick thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Very good, everyone. Very good. So till now we have discussed about the MCQs, right? Now we will be looking at the questions that are 1 marks, 2 marks, 3 marks that are really very important. And you have to tell me whether the questions are more application based or they're direct recall or more of analytical and case based. Yes? Awesome. I can see a lot of thumbs ups. Yes. Yes, Vedant. Yes, Anushka, Monalisha, Prapti, Rajesh, Diksha, Rashmi, Pushkar, Krisha, Rashmi, No Name, Vartika, Lakshmi, crystal clear. Awesome. So here is a 1 marks question, everyone. Yes. Yes. What is a cell called? Why is a cell called as structure and the functional unit of life? It's a 1 marks question. And I don't have to tell you that you've already answered this question. Remember, in the very first session, the homework question was this, that why we call the cell as a structure and the functional unit of life. Yes, so can you quickly write the answer? We know that cells are really very important. If cells are there, they'll be able to give us the structure because cells will join, right? And of course, we have a structure. And inside the cells, there are various activities that are happening, right? Because of that, I am living, we all are living. So, in short, we know that cell is a structural and the functional unit of life because of important 2 reasons. It actually helps us to give the shape and the structure, and it performs various metabolic activities. Because of that, we are alive, right? Yes, super easy. So this is how we can write the answer in the examination if this question comes. That is, a cell is called as the structure and the function unit because all the living organisms are made up of cells, and cells are also essential for performing various life processes, activities or metabolic activities. Very good, Bhakti, Monica, Shrishti, Prashansa, Vedant. Yes, it's crystal clear. Very good. Very good, Rashmi. Yes. Yes, Anushka. Controls the function of a body. Very good. No name. Yes. Vishnu. Yes. Very good. Smallest unit. Yes. Lakshmi. Do many functions. Yes. Rajesh. Yes, Anushka. And take decisions. Yes. Yes, Archit. Okay. Very good, Anand. Hi, Safan. Samriddhi. Okay, you're taking notes. Very good. Okay. Awesome. So I think we all are clear. Very good, Monica. Right? So let's quickly move to the next question. Here we have the next question, everyone. Yes, it makes life very good, Pranav. Yeah. Next question over here. It's a very interesting question. Now, this is the question that, of course, we have in our daily lifestyle, right? Of course, this is one thing which we have, I'm sure we must have seen. The question is, why does the skin of your finger shrink when you wash clothes for a long time? So, if you are washing your clothes for a long time, you know, sometimes our fingers have those lines, I'm sure you must have seen. If you're not washing your clothes, maybe the vessels, if you're helping your parents out at home, right? Or maybe on a beachy day when you are on the beach, when you're playing in the sea water, right? After some time you will notice there's a lot of lines on your finger. It's absolutely correct. You're giving me the answer. That's absolutely correct. That is happening all because of the osmosis. And in the osmosis, which of course in the different types of solutions we have studied, and you're absolutely correct, is the hypertonic solution. We know that in the hypertonic solution, the water will be moving out because outside the salt concentration is more, right? So of course over here the water molecules will move. A simple thing, right? And because of that we have the wrinkles on our finger. So of course when this question comes in your examination, you can write your answer in this particular way. That of course that, you know, when we wash our clothes or hand for a longer time, what will happen? The soap solution will behave as a hypertonic solution and our hand will behave the hypotonic, right? Of course, the skin is semi-permeable, so the water will move, right? Yes. Yes, Lakshmi, please write your doubt. Please write your doubt. Very good, everyone. Are we clear? Yes, absolutely correct. Also to increase the friction of water. Okay, Pranav? Yes. Okay, hypertonic, awesome. Yes, Prapti. Oh, okay. Yes. So, Lakshmi, you can write your doubt over there and I'll be able to take it from there. Cell wall is the last one to decide of how the structure of... So, again, cell wall is there in the plant cells, right? And cell membrane or the plasma membrane is there in the animal cell. So if we talk in the terms of the plant cell, cell wall is very rigid, right? It's non-living. And because of that, of course, it has a very proper structured shape. Yes. So Pranav is asking, I hope that Lakshmi have answered your question. So Pranav is asking about the hypertonic and the hypotonic solution. So there are different types of solution. Let's just go back over here. In hypertonic solution, what will happen? The water will move from the cell outside the surrounding. Maybe the salt is more or the water is more. So water from the cell will be moving outside. The cell will shrink in that case. That solution is the hypertonic solution. In hypotonic solution, the cell has less amount of the water and the water will enter into the cell and the cell will shrink. No, the cell will swells itself and that solution is called as the hypertonic solution. And in isotonic solution, there is an equal concentration. Yes. Very good. Yes, if you have any doubts, you can write it over here. I hope, Pranav, your doubt is clear. Awesome, everyone. So please write your doubt over there. I'll be able to take it from there. And let's move ahead. How is bacterial cell different from the onion peel cell? Super easy questions. Please, Samriddhi, you can write your doubt. Pushkar, please write your doubt here. Yes. Write your doubt. I'll be able to answer these questions. Quickly, everyone. The other, look at this interesting question we have. The clear-cut difference between a bacterial cell and a onion peel cell. Can you tell me the major difference between these two? Yes, Pushkar. Yes. Yes, Pushkar. Oh, Samriti, that's a very interesting question. Please help me find the answer for it. Yes. Yeah? Yes, what is the difference between a bacterial cell and an onion peel cell? Yes, I can see the answer. Organelles are different, cell wall. That's very good, right? Very good. Yes. Yes, thank you, Samriddhi. Very good. So here let's quickly recap, right? So of course we know that we have a prokaryotic cells, right? They are the one who have no defined nucleus, right? The nuclear membrane is not present and the genetic material is freely suspended like this. They have very few organelles, right? Most of the cell organelles that we have in the other cells are absent, right? And of course we have the greatest example of where we have is the bacteria. Apart from that, when we talk about the eukaryotic cells, the eukaryotic cells have a well-defined nucleus. We have lots of cell organelles, and of course these cell organelles have the membrane around them, right? And of course plants and animals are the example of it. Yes? Very good. Yes, Lakshmi, so chitin, right? Actually, in fungi when we talk about it, right, the cell wall is made up of that. Very good. So if this question comes in your examination, you can actually write in this particular way. You can make a table, right? And of course, you can mention about all the points that you are mentioning in the chat right now. Very good. Yes. Very good. Bacteria are the prokaryotic cell, whereas the onion peel is a eukaryotic cell. Yes, Nitin, I can see that you're asking about. You can do a little bit of research. It's very easy. We have discussed it. Yes? Very good. Samriddhi, what is the difference between, can you write like what difference between we are looking for? Yes? Very good, very good, very good. So we have bacterial cell and the onion peel cell, right? So onion cell, of course, is the plant cell, whereas bacterial cell, of course, is a bacteria. Plant cell, of course, we know that are the eukaryotic type, and the bacterial are the prokaryotic type. Yes. Palak cell wall is freely permeable. That means that cell wall will allow anything, any molecules to pass through it. Yes, Palak, I hope that you're... Yes. Monica is helping Nitin. Yes, very good. So we have a lot of your friends here. Everyone, are we clear about it? Very good everyone. So are we quickly clear? Give me a thumbs up everyone, and this is how we can write the answer in the examination. Quickly, yes, yes, yes. Yes, very good everyone. I can see crystal clear. Lots of thumbs up, smileys. Very good. Now let's move to the next question over here. So in this particular question, we have a lot of gaps, right? We have a lot of fill in the blanks kind of gaps, and we have to fill it. Of course, this question is talking about the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. So it is a kind of a revision of the previous question. So if you look at the answer for this particular question, we can easily see that the prokaryotic cells, the size of these cells are generally very small. The nuclear region, they don't have a defined nucleus, right? The nuclear membrane is absent, right? And of course, the genetic material is suspended. We call it as a nucleoid. Chromosomes are single, right? And of course, membrane-bound organelles are absent. Whereas in eukaryotic cells, they are generally larger, right? Nuclear region, they have a proper defined nucleus, right? And of course, there's a nuclear membrane which is intact. Inside that, we have a genetic material, more than one chromosomes, and of course, we have various more cell organelles with the membrane-bound or membrane, right? Very good. So these two questions are very much similar. And if you look at the marks, of course, it's for 3 marks. So you can easily, based upon the number of the question marks, right, we can decide how much we want to write in the examination. Very good, everyone. Awesome. I can see lot of crystal clear. Yes, ma'am. Super happy to see all of that. Yes, Usha, you can actually, when you are studying, right? If you, for example, if you have joined a class right now, if you want to go back, you can be with us right now, right? And once the class is over, you can go back and watch it from the beginning. It will be there. Very good, everyone. Now let's move to the next question and look at this question, right? Can you tell me about this question? If you are provided with some vegetable to cook, you generally add salt, right? I'm sure you must have seen, if your parents are cooking, right? They must be adding the salt to the vegetables to cook, right? During the cooking process, after adding the salt, what will happen? Vegetables release water. Can you tell which mechanism is responsible for this? Very good. Palak, I will tell you my birth date at the end of the session. Yes, yes, I can see the answers. Osmosis, osmosis. You're absolutely correct, right? So when we add the salt into it, what will happen? Of course, the water molecules will move, right? And exo-osmosis will occur, right? And we can frame our answer in this way. So exo-osmosis is a process where what will happen? The water molecules from the inside, they will be moving towards the outside, right? So if it's a vegetable, right, if these are the vegetables, the water molecules will move outside as we add the salt. So it's exo-osmosis. Very good, everyone. I'm super proud of you. Awesome. Yes, yes, very good, everyone. So we are almost halfway through our sessions. Few more questions are remaining and half an hour is done. So let's quickly take 5 more minutes and we will finish our session. Yes, Lakshmi. Yes. So they have a circular, you must have seen, like they have a circular DNA, very small DNA, and the majority of the genetic material is coiled and suspended in the cytoplasm. Very good. Here we have a very interesting question. It's a very easy question based upon the osmosis only. So quickly you can write the answer in the chat box. In brief state, what will happen if a dry apricot are left in a pure water and later transferred to sugar solution? Yes. Okay. Yes, yes, Pranaya, they are same. Yes, they are absolutely same. Yes. They will swell up. I can see the answers. So, Prachi, if the water is moving inside, it's endo-osmosis. If the water is moving in from outside inside, right? Of course, that's the from outside. If the water is moving outside, that is the exo-osmosis. If it's moving inside, it's the endo-osmosis. And osmosis is nothing but the transfer of water molecules from the higher concentration level to the lower through a semi-permeable membrane. Very good. I can see, right? You remember this? Right? The experiment that we have on our channel also. And we saw it. Yes, we have, instead of the apricots, in this particular experiment, we have the reason. But of course, the situation remains the same. If we add it into the water, and of course, they will swell up, right? And after some time, if we add into the sugar solution, what will happen? They will shrink. You guys are absolutely correct. Yes, super proud of you. Palak, cell wall is freely permeable. Yes. Right. So it is rigid, right? But it's not that it will not allow the molecules to move. Yes. Very good. Very good, everyone. So I think that all of us are clear, right? And over here, this is how we can write the answer in the examination. Apricots will swells up, right? When we put in the pure water. But once we transfer this in the sugar solution, what we will see? We will see that they will shrink as the water molecules will be moving outside. Very good. Are we clear with this question? Now we have a very similar question, but we'll be discussing about the animal cell. Vartika, what is pure water? A normal pH level water. Not very acidic, not very basic. Yes? Very good. I hope, Vartika, your doubt is clear. Over here we have a next question and we are talking about RBCs. So the red blood cells, if we kept in a concentrated salt solution, what will happen? See, there are two important things we have to remember. RBC is an animal cell. In an animal cell, we just have the plasma membrane, right? So what will happen if I keep this cell in a salt solution? What will happen to this? Will it shrink? Will it get swells up, or nothing will happen? Yes? Okay, I can see. Lecture IQ, the definition, the full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Very good, everyone. Very good. I can see the answers. And of course, as we know that what will happen? The cell will shrink. The RBC will shrink because the H2, the water inside the cell, is actually larger in terms of the outside water. Outside we have more salt water. So what will happen? The cell will say, oh, you take my water. Oh, my friend, you are there, right? Oh my God, less water outside. Let's just go outside, right? And of course, they will just move and the RBC will shrink. Yes? Thank you, Samriddhi. Very good, Monica, Prachi, Palak. Yes, very good, Monica, Manoj, Lakshmi, Rashmi, Pranaya. Yes, Lakshmi, you're absolutely correct. So Dia is asking, ma'am, if we put the raisins into the concentrated water basically if we have more of the salt, right, or the sugar, of course it will shrink, right? Very good. Awesome. Okay, let's see how we can write the answer in the examination. So it's a 1 marks question. We know that the cell will shrink. Similarly, we have a third part of this. The plasma membrane of the cell will break down. So can you tell me when the plasma membrane of the cell will break down, or what will happen if the plasma membrane will break? Think about it, right? So if we are the animal cells, right, of course we are made up of the animal cells, what will happen if the plasma membrane of our cells will break? Interesting question. Yes? Yes. Please tell me what will happen. Right? What will happen if the cell, the plasma membrane will, if it breaks? The question is not that why it is breaking. The question is what will happen if it breaks? Like this. What will happen? Of course, all the content which is there, of course, it will come out and the cell will burst, right? The cell will not be living then. Cell will just die because eventually all the important components that are there plays a very important role, right? They have a lot of metabolic activities that is happening. So if they are intact, they are all performing, but if they are outside, they will not be able to do anything and the cell will die. Yes, very good, everyone. So here we have the answer that the cell will die if the plasma membrane breaks. Awesome, right? If the plasma membrane will break, we know what will happen to the cell. Are we clear, everyone? Yes. Yes. So, Pranaya, this is a part, right? You'll be learning in the chemistry, but in a very short. So, we have acid, base, and the normal pH values, right? So, in terms of that, we have 1 to 14, right? Based upon this is a meter. That's basically the range we have. And 7 is a neutral. From 1 to 7, of course, we have the more of acidic. And from 7 to 14, we have the basic. So our salt will be in the basic, whereas a citric acid we have in lemon, right, is slightly acidic in nature. You will be learning more about it in the higher classes. I hope that I have answered your question. Yes? Very good, everyone. Next question, that is over here. Okay. How do substances like carbon dioxide and water moves in and out of the cell? Very interesting question, right? We have discussed about the different phenomena, different process that happens, but how the carbon dioxide is moving in and out and how the water is? Yes? Bhakti, plasmolysis is basically a phenomena, right, where the cytoplasm of the cell will be moving away from the cell wall. Right? When if the water content in the cell is moving out, so the plasma membrane and the cytoplasm and all of it will be moving away from the cell wall. I can see the answers. Absolutely correct. So, of course, when we talk about the transport of gases, right, diffusion will take place. We have the oxygen and the carbon dioxide, but simple, they'll move from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, right, without any permeable membrane involved. And the water molecules will move by the process of osmosis through a semi-permeable membrane. So, we have two processes. Carbon dioxide will move with the help of diffusion and water will move with the help of the osmosis. So this is also clear. Very good. Very good, everyone. And here to our next, or I think this is our last question, right? The question is, how are chromatin, chromatids and chromosome are related to each other? Okay, Diya is asking a very interesting question. What is the difference between osmosis and diffusion? So Diya, the major difference between osmosis and diffusion is that in osmosis, the water molecules will be moving through a semi-permeable membrane. But in diffusion, it can be the movement of gas also, not just the liquid, okay? And there is no membrane involved. Very good. I hope, Diya, your doubt is clear. Very good, Monica. Yes. Very good, Lakshmi, from high to low concentration. Awesome. Now, very good, Prapti. I can see you're mentioning. Yes, very good. So, we are talking about chromatin, chromatid and chromosome. How we can say that they are related to each other. So, let's talk about it. Over here, we have the chromosome, right? We have the centromere, which will be attaching. And the chromatids are the sisters, right? We have two. Can you see? There is one and this is two. So, these are called as chromatids. Right? So, we know that chromatids are related. Chromosome is this whole structure and one single part of it is called as the chromatids. And let's talk about the chromatin. So, if we open up the chromosome, right? If we open up the chromosome, we will be able to see a dense condensed mass, right? And that is the chromatin. In chromatin, what we have? We have proteins on which DNA is wrapped around. If we open the DNA from the proteins, we'll be able to see the DNA as in whole. Yes, so this is how these three are related, right? If we have to frame the answer, this is how we can frame. Chromatin is a thread-like structure that forms the chromosome, and a copy of a duplicate chromosome which is generally joined by the another copy is called as the chromatid. Right, everyone? Yes. Yes, Samriddhi, diffusion happens in us. In our lungs, we have diffusion of gases. Very good. When the cell is not working, DNA, so basically DNA is always there in the very coiled state of chromatin. Right? During cell division, we'll be able to see the chromosome structure. Everyone, are we clear? Yes, are we clear with today's question? Yes? Very good, Nitin. Very good. Yes, Raja. Very good, Lakshmi. Yes, Shrishti. We will be discussing about the cell division in an upcoming session, Prapti. There are two major types of cell division. Yes, very good. Okay, I can see a lot of thumbs up. And with this, we are done with our today's session. And over here, we have a very interesting homework question. A person who takes up the concentrated solution of salt, after some time he starts vomiting, right? What is the phenomena responsible for such situation? You have to explain. You can write the answers in the chat box, right? In the comment section below after the video, right? That's a very interesting question. I want to see how you are framing the answer in your own words, right? Try to frame your answers in your own word. Yes? Awesome. And with that, we are done, everyone. But you know what? There's a very interesting news for all of you. You keep on saying, right, ma'am, we have to be more connected. And for that, we are on Telegram, right? So you can join the Telegram group that we have created, right? The link is in the description box below. And over here also we have the link. So you can note it from here also. And in that particular Telegram group of ours, we will be able to connect more, right? Of course, we will be updating our sessions that we are coming, right? Then of course, you will be getting your homework question there also. There will be revision question. We will have our session PDF, right? And I know that all of you want our session PDF, so we will be uploading the session PDF there. And of course, Sundays will be the fun days fact for us, where we will be learning something very interesting and new every Sunday. So everyone, I want all of you to join this Telegram group, because of course it's our group, right? We'll be there, we'll be discussing about all the important points that are really important for our knowledge and learning. Very good. On that note, everyone, BYJU'S have got you covered. It's your own channel 9th and 10th. If you haven't liked the video as of now, please hit the like button. That's a way of you showing love towards us, right? Share with your friends and subscribe to our channel, to your channel, right? And we'll be meeting in the next class. And with that, everyone, we are done. There is a link for the free class trial. You can click and check out the classes also. With that, everyone, lots of love to each one of you. Take care of you. We'll be meeting in the next class next week, right? Yes. So next class, of course, you know what we'll be learning. We'll be discussing about the other cell organelles. So you can read from the textbook and you can be here so that we can ask doubts. Awesome. Lots of love to each one of you. Hearts to each one of you. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. We'll be meeting next week. Yes? Bye-bye, everyone. Good night.